I'm 24 years old. I'm from California, and a lot of people call me Apple, Spider M, or Applecheta.
My name is Paul. I also go by DeadPaul. I am 23 years old and I'm from Albuquerque, New Mexico.
My name is Quinn. I'm 22 years old and I'm from Albuquerque, New Mexico.
My name is Everett Willbanks. I'm 23 at the moment and Albuquerque, New Mexico. That's where I'm from.
My name is Samantha. I'm known as a cosplayer called Miss Samantha A. I'm originally from Chicago and I've come to lovely New Mexico and I've been here for 5 years. I am going to be 23 here in 2 weeks, so right now I'm currently 22.
I am known as B-Boy Ninja Monkey. Grand Forks, North Dakota, but I currently live in Albuquerque, New Mexico. I am 23 years old and I'm going to be 24 soon.
The first one will be Harley and Joker's Mad and Lovely Cosplay.
I am from Harley's and Joker's Mad and Lovely Cosplay.
I belong to the Spidey Society, of course Ninja Monkey 508 Productions.
I also involved in the
Imagine Us
Cosplay.
Albuquerque's Spider-Verse. And Models of New Mexico.
I mainly cosplay as Spider-Girl.
I'm known for my cosplays such as Catwoman.
I currently do DeadPaul.
I've cosplayed Harley Quinn several times.
Because I've done Batman.
The ones I currently do are the ones that most of you are actually familiar with, including Ninja Monkey.
Genderbend Vegeta.
Pretty sure I established myself as Ant-Man here.
Mary Jane.
I've done Catwoman.
Superman.
Toy Ninja Monkey.
I've done Poison Ivy.
And Pinkie Pie from My Little Pony.
Harley Quinn.
I've done Lady Thor.
The Joker.
The Marionette from Five Nights at Freddy's.
Scorpion from Mortal Kombat.
Ghost Rider.
That's how I did. Oh, I did Melina from Mortal Kombat.
I also have Ultimate Spider-Man.
Also, I've done Mortal Kombat characters like Reptile, so it's not just comic books.
Star-Lord, and the list sort of just goes on from there.
I'm currently working on a Riddler.
Currently is Foxy from Five Nights at Freddy's. I am currently working on him. He was supposed to be done by Halloween, but that's not happening.
Always wanted to do Chibi Moon from Sailor Moon.
The list is just so long. I have plans to be Maleficent.
I've actually really wanted to do the Silver Surfer pretty badly.
Terra from Teen Titans.
I also wanted to do Rafiki from Lion King.
There's always different ones I'm always doing. Oh, Captain America. I forgot about him.
Alice from Madness Returns.
I've always wanted to do Batgirl.
Metady from Metabot.
Working on a Wolverine one. Mainly comic book characters, but that's one that
I just never started dressing up for Halloween, and I never knew that it was called cosplay. I mean, even into my high school days, I was still dressing up as anime characters for Halloween, characters that we wouldn't know, superheroes. And so I just got into the cosplay world by accident because I didn't know that there was such a thing. I just never grew up, I guess.
I used to run like the costume department in high school for all the theater productions, so I just made costumes through that, and then when I graduated I started attending more conventions, so I just kept going with it because that's what I did already.
nothing really. I've always been in costume. I always loved making costumes. Like, always hated the costumes that they had around Halloween time in the stores and stuff. Whenever I do a character, even since I was a kid, I would be that character. So in a sense, I've been cosplaying for a very long time, and I was doing it without even knowing.
Like I said, it actually started with that Halloween costume that I did. It was just kind of like for fun. I was just like, you know what? I feel like being the Joker this year, and that was like when the Dark Knight movie came out, and I was like, I don't know why I've never done it before, because I've always been in love with comic books and stuff. And honestly, like, I used to watch a lot of the Batman animated series, so I'd practice like his voice and stuff like alone in my house, and it slowly just transitioned into me actually becoming that character. And once I did it, like, I loved like the embodiment, the feel of it. Like, sometimes it would scare people, sometimes it would make people laugh. And ever since then, I just wanted to explore more characters and envelop myself in the characters that I love.
I guess I've always kind of been into cosplaying. I just didn't know there was a word for it. Like, Halloween is by far one of my favorite times of the year, and I love dressing up as a character, and then acting as that character for the duration of whatever's happened. It all started because I knew Mariah, and she introduced me to a group of people who love cosplaying so much, which is where Diana, Everett, and Paul came in, and they all took me and invited me to this event in Belen, New Mexico, where the Belen Con, as some of you may have known it, and that's where I met a good chunk of people and had a fun time, and that was the very first debut of Ninja Monkey for for conventions anyway. And I've always kind of enjoyed it. I had no problem, my first time there. In fact, I got into character immediately as soon as the mask came on. Started crawling around on my knuckles like Tarzan in that scene from Son of Man. I watched the movie before we actually got there too, so I can get some more inspiration and feel for it. I started playing around with just random people because apparently when I'm in character, I just don't care.
Well, it's funny because we would always dress up, go to Comic-Con. I mean, not even Comic-Cons. It was costume shops, or it was thrift stores. It was comic book stores, and it just I don't know. It's fun to walk around the neighborhood dressed as weirdos. And then they told us about Comic-Con, and we're like, all right, let's go. So we decided to try it. That's pretty much what it is. It's just like walking around in costumes, doing what we like to do. Turns out there's a word for it.
One of the hardest things about cosplay for me is time. I work for conventions, so like my focus is either like on the convention or on the cosplay, and it usually is like on the convention more, so then I finish the cosplay, like the whole thing, like the night before, and it's like a pain in the butt.
The hardest part about it is probably like designing a costume that fits comfortably and is cost effective. And gathering materials and stuff, like it tends to be kind of a pain in the butt, but it's really easy too. Like sometimes it comes along really like easily, and sometimes it's hard. It just all depends on like the character and the complexity of it and stuff like that.
One of the things about being a cosplayer is the lack of funds. It costs a lot to be a cosplayer. I do it on a budget. I am one of the budget cosplayers. I try to keep my costumes under $100. But that is quite a challenge, because if you want better quality, it's going to cost you a little bit more. And it's not so much, certain skills are required when it comes to armor building. If you don't have there's always people willing to help you. However, the biggest obstacles when it comes to cosplay is money.
I think the hardest thing about cosplaying has to be making the actual costume yourself or buying it. I enjoy the whole idea of everything from cosplay. However, it's making the costume that really gets you all, having to get the fabric, the materials, and essentially put it all or stitch it all together and everything piece by piece. It's a time-consuming process, and there are places that can sell the costume for cheap or whatever, but it's not as satisfying unless you made it yourself sometimes. So it takes a lot of money out of you too.
One, you become a character that is not you, and you can be this character that you know probably better than yourself.
Is you get to create your own costume, your own imagination of doing something.
I get to meet a lot of friends.
I gotta say the photos. I really love the photos. Like my favorite thing, because for me that feels like an accomplishment that I did a good costume. So when people stop me, like on my way to grab like a snack or something, like, excuse me, sir, like, do you mind if I take a picture real quick? I'm like, hell yeah, like, of course, like, come here, man, like.
One of the things I think I love the most is the reaction I get from both kids and adults who recognize the character or otherwise love my other characters. My perfect example is when I'm dressed up as Spider-Man, Ultimate Spider-Man. And I went to the mall one time, and there was a kids section or a little area, center of the mall and everything, and as soon as they saw the spider symbol, kids flipped out. It was a wonderful experience.
I also like being a part of the children's lives because it's just fun to see kids smile, because nowadays it's different.
The process of creating, the creativity that goes into making these things, the appreciation that you get afterwards.
When I cosplay as like a Spider-Girl, like I'll have the hood up and little girls will be like, "You can't be Spider-Man, da 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 da, you're a lady." And I'm like, "You can be whatever you want, okay?" And then I have like a moment with them and then they're like, "I want to be Thor." It's great. So that's like my favorite thing.
People's reactions when you cosplay, because cosplaying is not just wearing a costume, it is becoming that character.
I enjoy the networking aspect of cosplaying because when you get a character done and you guys all have this common interest, this huge common interest that everybody else does and everything, and you guys kind of connect, you don't feel so alone about it. So it's pretty cool when you meet people who have the same interests and they recognize your character and they think they actually like their character, not just saying to be nice, they genuinely like it.
Always carry a needle, kits, duct tape, glue, anything that'll help you in case you have a malfunction. Always be prepared.
Something that's important about cosplaying is being cool about it and not creating an ego for yourself, because in my past experiences when I'm looking to hire cosplayers for conventions, they just become such jerks and I don't know, just develop such an ego about things like, oh, this person can't qualify for this thing because they're not good enough, they're wearing a paper bag, and it's like, that's a damn good paper bag, shut your mouth.
Don't just buy the character, okay? Don't just make the character either. If you're going to be in the cosplaying world, in my opinion, you don't have to necessarily look like the character. Like, you can be black and still be a white character, or you can be fat and still be a skinny character, or anything. It doesn't really matter to me. However, if you're going to be a character, then I think you should be the character. Anyone can dress up in a costume. However, not everybody can cosplay. The thing that makes cosplaying is the fact that you are playing the costume, right? As in, you are, by default, being the character that your costume is. But not everybody gets that, and not everybody has to, but it makes the experience a little bit better when you do it that way.
To me, it's just having fun. Like, it's if you're gonna be in a bad mood, or if you're not gonna be like interacting with people and you're being like snobby about it, like people, like, you don't like people touching your costume or anything like that. I think that's when it kind of kills the whole vibe of it. So I think like having fun is the most important part.
Another thing I would say is probably really important is don't harass the female and not even male character. Unconsensual touching is not okay at any time, whether you're in cosplaying or even in just general.
I've been to numerous cons, mainly here in New Mexico. My experience with them are great. Every time I go there, it's great. When you go out in public to going to a con, compare it, it's really good.
Maybe being involved in my very first non-Ninja Monkey channel related music video with SGNS, which they did a pretty good job. I think it came out great. But I even have a little section just specifically aimed at me, and I love that. I thought that was pretty cool to be in somebody else's music video on a completely different channel.
It was that thing of like, there was a little girl who came up to me and said, "You can't be Spider-Man," and I like took off my mask and I said, "You can be anything you want." And it was like a 10-minute long conversation trying to like help her understand that you can be anything you want. You don't have to be Wonder Woman, you don't have to be Supergirl, you can be Batman, you can be Spider-Man, you can do anything. And I don't know, she like wrapped her little arms around my neck in the like picture that her mom wanted to take, and I was like, oh god, like trying to pose, but she was just so happy about it. So I don't know, I think that's probably one of my favorites.
I think my favorite experiences always happen when I'm cosplaying with friends. So that would be my love, my friend Tyler. She's my best friend. We were Star-Lord and Ronan in the entire time. Just we were both in character. I was walking around dancing the entire time. I got to dance with random strangers, and they seem to have a blast with it.
I remember I was walking out of the showroom floor in January, and I remember seeing Spider-Girl, and I was just, my jaw dropped and everything. I didn't think I was cool enough to talk to her, but I tried anyway. So there's that.
Don't be discouraged when you can't get something done on time, or if you see that everything's going wrong, because you tend to overlook how amazing your work really is. I know that as an artist, we tend to think that, oh no, don't look at this, don't look at that, but everybody else sees something wonderful.
Have fun. Like, talk to people.
Yeah, like, you know, if you feel like, never be like shy or afraid to like dress up, in my opinion. Like, life's too short to like not want to do what you want to do. If you want to go out and be your character that you love, just do it.
I think cosplaying helps you build yourself, you know, as a person. Helps you evolve as a character. Well, not as a character, but as yourself.
Have fun. Make people smile. Be yourself. Be funny. Just be you. If it makes you feel good and you feel amazing in that costume, you're doing exactly the right thing. If you feel horrible in it, try something else. But seriously, cosplay is something that gets your creative vibe out. It makes you happy. It makes me happy. It may take part of your life away. I'm just kidding. But, you know, I'm serious. It's an awesome feeling to see people smile and be like, oh my god, you look exactly like the character, or, you know, it's just an amazing feeling, especially if you created something with your own hands, so people get to see how far your imagination, your creation goes.
Don't forget where you began. Always remember what you were doing before when you began cosplaying. And if you tend to lose yourself in character, just kind of come back.
If you're gonna, like, I like to like actually personify my character, so like I feel like don't be shy about it. You know, like if you want to be expressive and actually be your character, just do it. Like people love that. You know, like don't feel judged or anything, because for me cosplay should be a judgment-free zone.
Don't be shy. Conventions are fun. You make a family out of it. So make it the best.
Mentioned have fun, be yourself. Unless you can be Batman, always be Batman.
Cosplay's amazing. I think everybody should do it. From tiny little baby till 90, 100 years old. Cosplay's for everyone. You need to write some of this stuff down on paper for me.
Now